Oh yeah, it's just a quick and dirty video, if you like, to explain what I'm learning whilst I've been home educating my autistic son. You can find out more at respectexchange.co.uk. Right, what I've basically discovered is that most educational establishments, if you like, are set up on this process of learning, where you have an action, a new action, which goes to a new action, which goes to a new action, which then goes to a new thought. I'm told by some of my training friends that each new action often needs to be repeated, say 250 times, repeat 250 times, repeat 250 times, and then you put it all together and then the new thought happens. Now what's quite clear for me anyway is that my son doesn't follow that process. He can't. It's physically impossible for him. His brain's just not wired that way. The way he learns is he just creates the new thought in his head, and then once he's got that new thought in his head, what happens is the actions follow. Yeah, so in other words, his actions follow his thoughts, whereas the model lots of other children seem to be taught is actions build up to a new thought, whereas my boy is wired to only learn by new thought, so that the actions follow the thought. Yeah? So that means is what I've discovered, if I need to try and teach him something, I need to focus on creating a situation that creates his thought to start off with. I've got to start with the thought process, create the thought, and then he intuitively uses his instincts and his gut and his feelings, and the actions follow. Yep, so all the time I'm trying to find ways and situations to create new thoughts for him rather than managing actions for him. Now it explains why we did have lots of behavioural issues and stresses and strains with people, because if an adult, for example, learns this way, follow the action, follow the action, follow the action, and the thought follows, then Josh, you see, just can't process at all this way of thinking. So he can't deal with that action on its own. That action on its own doesn't work for him. Neither does that one, neither does that one. So an adult who's wired this way, or indeed a child who's wired this way, just can't connect with him, because they say do this, then do this, then do this. But Josh just cannot recognise those exist at all without the thought in the first place. So therefore there's a complete communication breakdown, totally, because, do this, do this, do this, and Josh can't do those because he has to have the thought, but he's not given the thought until the end. So therefore he can't process any of those actions. Yep, so what I found is as I do more and more home educating, is that get better and better at creating the thought. My priority is on creating the thought for him. And then just trust that the actions follow. And the better I get at planting that thought, the better the actions that follow. So I can select the thought, so I teach him the thought. Just make sure that the actions that follow that thought give him a positive reinforcement of that thought. Okay? That seems to be making a lot of sense to me anyway, and it's definitely working for my boy. That's it for now. Bye.